Hey guys, if you want to learn how to make these personalized birthday chip bags from start to finish, stay tuned. The first thing we're going to do is design our bags. We're using Canva to design everything, so click on Create a Design, Custom Size, change PX to inches, and we're going to do an 11-inch by 8.5-inch canvas. The first step is to create our template, so to do so, you're going to click on Elements, type in Square, and click on the Open Square. Next, we're going to adjust the size of our square by dragging the sides. We're going to adjust our square to 6.5 inches long by 5.4 inches wide. Once we reach that, we're going to drag our square to the center of the page. Next, we're going to select another open square, but this time we're going to adjust the square to 6.5 inches long by 2.5 inches wide. We need 2 of these squares, so what we're going to do is click on the square and duplicate it, and then we're going to position it on the other side of the first square. We need 1 more square, so we're going to click on 1 more open square and adjust this one to 0.7 inches, and then just drag it along the top of our template. Next, we're going to duplicate that as well and then add that second copy to the bottom. Then we're going to highlight the entire template and group it together. So you're going to right click and select group. Then I'm going to drag the template until it's the same width as the size of the paper, and then I'm going to center that. Now we're going to start designing. So to do so, I'm going to click on uploads and then select my center image. I'm doing a bluey themed chip bag, so I chose this bluey image for the center. And then you're going to drag and adjust the image until it fits that center square. This is going to act as the front of your chip bag. Next, I'm going to click on Elements and then click on the closed square, and then I'm going to adjust it to cover up that bluey text. I'm going to change the color of that square by clicking on Color, clicking on the dropper tool, and then selecting the color of the background. Next, I'm going to remove that template out of the way just so I can group those 2 layers together. After that, I want to add some text, so I'm going to click on Text and add a heading. I'm going to type in my son's name. Then I'm going to click on the color and change the color to white. After that, I'm going to change the font. I chose this bubblegum regular font. Then you're just going to adjust the size of the text to your liking. I wanted this to not be too big because I'm going to add a subheading. So I clicked on add a subheading and I'm going to type in first birthday underneath that. After that, I'm going to change the color to white, and then I'm going to change that font to bubblegum regular. I'm also going to adjust the spacing on this one to make it a little bit more wide. Now we're going to change the color of the side. So to do that, you're going to click on Elements, click on that closed square. Then we're going to adjust that square till it's the same size as the side panels. I wanted the side color to be a little bit lighter, so I'm going to click on the color, that dropper tool, and I'm going to make it the same color as Chili and Bingo's belly. Then I'm going to duplicate it and add it to the other side. Next, I'm going to fill in the top of that chip bag. So to do that, I'm going to click on the square, change the color to orange, and then I'm going to drag it to fit the size of the template. And of course, we need it to match the bottom, so once we do that, we're going to duplicate that and add it to the bottom of the bag. You can stop here if you'd like, but I like to decorate the sides of the bag. So to do that, I'm going to add a nutrition label. I bought these labels on Etsy, but you can find them on Google or anywhere else. After that label's been added, I like to add a barcode as well. And again, I got this one on Google, so you can just search barcode and one of these will pop up. Here I'm adding an image of Bingo, but it has a background on it. So I'm going to click on Edit Image and then add the background remover, and it's going to completely take that white background off. Then I'm just going to adjust the image size until I'm happy with it. And then after that, I'm going to add an image of Bluey. So I'm going to click on this Bluey image I downloaded. This one already had the background gone, so I just needed to adjust the image. Next, I'm going to go back to text and add a subheading. I like to add a little message on the back of it, so I put thanks for partying with us. Then I'm going to change the color to white, and then I'm going to change it to that bubblegum regular font. Since the color of this text is really close to that yellow background, I'm going to add a shadow. So to do that, I'm going to click on Effects, add a shadow, and then change that shadow color to black. To make that nutrition label stand out, I'm going to add a square, change the color to white, and then I'm going to add it to the background of the nutrition label. This is going to really make it pop. After looking at the bag, I didn't like how the background color of the side was so close to Bingo's color, so I changed it to this stone kind of yellow-gray color. Next, I just adjusted Bluey to make her a little bit bigger, and then you're done. So I just downloaded it and saved it to my computer, and then it's time to make it. I'm using this photo paper to print the chip bags on. It's in my Amazon storefront and it's linked below if you guys are interested. The first step is to print it. I printed it using my Epson ET4700 using the glossy photo paper settings. This is what the chip bag looks like once it's printed. You can see it has a nice gloss to it. The other materials you'll need for this project is a paper crimper. I got this one on Amazon. It's listed below and it's also in my Amazon storefront. You'll need double-sided tape. I like this one because it comes on a roll, kind of like whiteout does. This will be linked below as well. And then you'll need some pinking shears. I've been having these for a while. The pinking shears is going to give it a nice perforated look to it. Now that we have all of our materials, the first thing you want to do is flip the chip bag face side down. And then you want to adjust it to see which side of the bag you want to overlap. I like to have the side with the nutrition facts and the barcode to overlap the other side. Now that we know which side is going to overlap, you want to take your double-sided tape and you want to tape along the top of that chip bag. You also want to tape along the bottom of that chip bag and then the side of the chip bag that you're going to overlap. You don't want to tape at the very top of the bag or the very bottom of the bag. You want to leave a little bit of space because we're going to trim off that white part later. You do, however, on the side of the bag want to get as close to that edge as possible because this is going to overlap over the other side of the bag. Now that all three of our sides have been taped, you want to take your chips and you want to place it in the center of that chip bag. Once you have it where you want it to be, you want to take that non-glued side of the chip bag and then you want to take the glued side and you want to put it over the non-glued side. Take your time with this one because it is very sticky. Once everything is lined up how you want it to be, you're going to slowly press down the bag and then you're going to smooth it out. After that bag is sealed, you want to flip your bag over to the front and make sure the front of that bag is nice and centered. Once your bag is centered, it's time to close the top and the bottom of the bag. So to do so, you want to slowly press on the bag until the top is closed. Remember, it's already taped, so you don't have to glue anything extra here. After your top's closed, you're going to take the bottom of the bag and you're going to slowly press it flat until everything is nice and smooth. Take your time here because sometimes it'll bunch up and then you're going to press that closed just like we did the top. I've had people ask me previously why I don't just pour the chips into the bag, but the reason why you don't do that is because the chips will go stale and the bag will be greasy. This next step is optional, but I like to do it because I think it makes the bag look closer to an actual chip bag. I'm going to take my chip bag and place it into the crimper, and I'm going to crimp all the way until the edge of that orange part of the bag. And then once you remove it from that crimper, you can see that it looks just like a chip bag does. And then after that, you want to repeat the same step with the bottom of your chip bag. I'm still getting used to this crimper. I had another one previously, but I really like the results of this one more than the other one. And then after that, we have one more step. Again, you could stop there, but I like to take my pinking shears and then trim off the white part that was left on the bag. By using the pinking shears, it gives a zigzag edge to the bag and it leaves it perforated, which makes it easier to open later. Once you trim the top of that bag, you're going to repeat this step and trim the bottom. And then after that, you're done with your chip bag. I think they're super cute. Of course, you can design them however you want. You don't have to add the borders if you don't want to. This is just how I like to design my chip bags. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.